Yeah, but you record that.
Senator
It's already rolling.
John Horn, and then the offering donation $10 and the play Night Watch. Thank you.
Amen.
Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You know, it's always great to see young people exercising their creativity and making the connection between themselves and their history.
Amen.
We have a 98% African American populated school district, and yet we don't teach black history in our school system. I think there's something wrong about that. And we need to correct that with the next superintendent, whoever he or she may be. My name's John Horn, and I want to share a couple of things with you. Anybody who knows me knows that I am a frustrated actor. And so I want to share a little bit of some of the dramatic work that I do here and there, and I hope you enjoy it. It's called A Black Man Remembers. Oh, Negro slaves, dark purple, ripened plums, bursting in the pine wood air. Before they stripped the old tree bare, one plum was saved for me. One seed becomes a singing song, caroling softly, sweet souls of slavery, what they were and what they are to me. Runs, falls, rises, stumbles on, and the hunters pursuing, and the hounds pursuing, and the rivers to cross. And when shall I reach that somewhere morning? Many thousands rise and go. Many thousands crossing over. And before I'll be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. I'm bound for the freedom land. Right. Yes, I'm freedom bound.
All right.
All right.
And yet, I do not know the power of my hand. I do not know the mighty power of my black hand. I sit slumped in the conviction that I am powerless. Tolerate ceilings that make me bend. My godly mind stoops. My ambition is crippled. I do not know the mighty power of my black hand. I see the power over my life and death in another man's hands. And sometimes I shake my woolly head and wonder, Lord, have mercy.
Yes, yes.
What would it be like to be free?
Wow.
You know, you get to see a lot out there in them cotton fields, amongst them trees. One thing I learned way long time ago is that where you want to go ain't never where you happen to be. That's what you call a prolific statement. Take me, for example. Lord knows I wasn't meant to be working in nobody's cotton field. I always figured I should have been one of them inventors or something. Because Lord knows I didn't have to invent my way out of some things in life. I think most black folks have. What I really wanted to be was an old Southern Baptist preacher. Lord knows I got the spirit in me. I get the men folks over on that side and get them stirred up, and get the women folks over on that side and sure enough get them stirred up, and I preach up a storm. Slavery time was tough, boss.
All right, John.
You just don't know how tough it was. I can't explain to you just how bad all the slaves want to get their freedom. Though we have had wars, Reconstruction, and abolition as a nation, we still linger in the shadow and blight of an extinct institution. Though the Negro is no longer subject to be bought and sold, he is still fettered in all of his movements. In his downward course, he meets with no resistance. But his course upward is resisted and resented at every step of his way. And not even our churches, whose leaders profess to favor the famed Nazarene, whose home when on earth was among the lowly and despised, have yet conquered this feeling of color madness. And what is true of our churches is also true of our courts of law. But do not marvel that we are not discouraged. The faith within us has a rational basis and is confirmed by facts. When you consider how deep-seated this feeling against us is, how the language, the literature, the schoolhouse, the playhouse are arrayed in its support, any progress towards its extinction must be considered vast and wonderful. Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, and it never will.
All right.
Harriet Tubman, woman of earth, the summoning, the shining, mean to be free. Come ride on my train through swamp and savannah. First stop Mercy and the last Hallelujah. Mean to be free. But when I know the mighty power of my black hand, I will snatch my freedom from the tyrant's mouth. Know the first taste of freedom on my eager tongue. Sing the miracle of freedom with all the force of my lungs. Christian my black land with exuberant creation. Root submission and dependence from the soil of my soul. And pitch the monument of slavery from my back. When I know the mighty power of my black hand, we must protect our ancestors and the living, recalling and being in touch with our greatness through words, music, arts, the sciences, all facets of life, to ensure that we keep the future strong for those who will one day call us